Yeah. Welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone had a wonderful Wednesday on today. I know this is a random kind of evening live, but y'all, we found, or we will, I'll share some of this with y'all, and some of it I'm watching with y'all for the first time. But some more information has been released in the Tyrone Davis case. Okay. Some things that, we've been wondering, some questions about the Papa John's video that's been out, questions about the hotel. Where did Lulu and Dro go? Okay. Because we have been hearing a lot about a hotel. Okay. So that's something that we're going to look into. And I want to give a special shout out to Polo that's been sharing all of this information with us. Now, he said tonight was a freebie. Okay, but I believe he's going to start putting things behind his subscribers only paywall there on Facebook to start getting more and more of the receipts. But he says that if he puts his stamp on these things, he has the receipts and proof. Also, the Davis family, Dro's father and Auntie Natasha, they were there in the live on tonight. So he said, if I'm wrong, y'all correct me. And they got on his live, y'all, and they were thanking him for his support and his work that he is doing. And so I wanted to share with you all and react to some things that he shared with us in this live and see what y'all's thoughts are. Make sure you hit the like button. It is for free. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat. My Cashapp is posted, or buy a coffee. Let's see who we have here so far. Hey, Latte, welcome, sis. Thank you for joining, and thank you for being first in the building. I appreciate it. Hey, Monica, welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Kay Brown is in the building. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Hey, Shelly Shells, my sis is in the building. She said, make sure y'all tap that like button, okay? Hey, Trilla, welcome. I hope I'm saying it right. Good evening to you. Let's see here. Scroll. Hey, T. Smith, welcome, sis. Joy, look, I was hoping that you got this notification because I know you wanted to be here for this. Thank you for tuning in, okay? And y'all don't have to be shy coming out of those bushes, but y'all, we have some information that we have been waiting to hear. Hi, Carolyn, welcome. Hey, Diane, thank you for joining Unfiltered with Aisha. Thank you so much for tapping in. All right, y'all. I'm not going to belabor the time. I want to get on into this because, like I said, hey, Alexis, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I want to hear some more, because I didn't watch the full live. So some of this I am watching with you all. All right, let's go. Hey, Anderson.
Yes, man. Full transparent. Shout out to everybody who got them green badges. I fuck with y'all, real shit. But I promise y'all, after I get done with this live, share this live. I need y'all to share this live. I need much people to tune in right now. Because I'm going to give y'all full transparency. So I need everybody to tune in. Y'all share this live. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, people been making up their own lives, man, but we're going to clarify that shit here. I'm going to put time stamps on every motherfucking thing. I promise you, because my name on this shit, we ain't even going to play. And I'm mad because the 75 kids, they ran out of the White Russian on the Cutwater. Now I got to sip on this, whatever the fuck this shit is. I'm pissed off now. But I ain't mad like I was earlier. Bitch take like a bill a little bit. Hey, man, but I'm going to get right into this shit. The first thing I want to discredit. It's a video that's going around. It's a video going around with Dro in it. It's a video that had been made that I know a lot of people sharing around the pizza place. And you see Dro inside the pizza place, allegedly pizza place. We're going to discredit that, but inside this restaurant. And you have people that have already have made it seem like that this was the restaurant that Tyrone Davis Jr. was at. That's a lie. Whoever spread that, that's a lie. That's bullshit. Polo, why isn't allowing me to subscribe? Man, if it ain't allow you to subscribe, man, just hit me on my DM and I'll...
Now, I have heard about the video. Good evening to everyone coming on in. I have heard about that video. I personally have not seen the video or, nor did I share it here on my channel. But I have heard about it, and I do know that some people were saying that they believe that it was AI at the time. Well, y'all, he is about to explain how that video was made, because people were saying that, well, when they went to Papa John's, he was fine. We've seen this video of him walking out and so forth. And so they were using that to say that Dro was fine just a few minutes before all of this happened, because remember, they had the pizza in the car. Pizza was thrown out. Then when they found him, he had the wings, okay? And so that video was going around, and everyone was pretty much, using that to say that he was okay. And so I hadn't seen it. So I'm glad that he did bring this up, because it has also been like a hot topic at the beginning of this thing more so, okay? Shout out to my sis, Joy to the World. Okay, thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. And thank you for being a sponsor for tonight's live, okay? Patricia said they said the video was AI. Right, I had heard that as well, okay?
Respond to you. Boy, that video that's going around, that everybody talking about, of Tyrone inside that restaurant, and people were trying to make it seem like, that he was perfectly fine there and all that shit there. That's a lie. That video is false. That video is fake. That video is a video that has been created to confuse the people. That's a video that has been created by content creators who have made that video, and it was pushed out in the beginning. And people was using this footage as in that's where Tyrone was. But that's fake. That's flawed. I'm going to tell you how that video was created. Just for transparency. That video was created. That pizza place, the image, the picture they posted of Papa John's, the inside is two different locations. Two different locations. Please stop. Don't send me no request to join this live until I get finished with everything. Until I get finished with everything, do not send no request to join this live. If y'all would have did y'all homework, you would have known that nobody could have seen no video footage. Nobody has seen video footage of Tyrone Davis Jr. inside Papa John's restaurant. The law enforcement, Gainesville Police Department has stated they do have a video, they do have footage, but that footage has never been released. It has never been released. It has never been dropped to the public. It has been told. It has been stated. That's confirmed that they say they have footage. But that video that's going around that people think is the right video, let me put y'all on game by something. That video footage of Tyrone Davis Jr. is from 3 years ago. That footage came from when Tyrone and Lulu was at I think a basketball game. They was at the arena. They was at the arena. That's what it was. That's from 3 years ago. The images came off his Facebook page from 3 years ago. They used them images or whatsoever and placed them inside the footage with the Papa John outside. That area where he at, that's the concession stand. That's where you get food at.
Now, wait a minute. Y'all, this is why technology and this AI stuff and how you can edit videos is so dangerous, because it can create a whole narrative. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, so y'all, he is explaining to us, although there is this video out there, how the video was put together and from where Dro was during that time. Okay, y'all, to be honest, I was watching a whole video with my son the other day, and it was all these like crazy accidents. And so at first I was like, oh, that's scary. You know, I'm looking and I said, wait a second, is this AI? Y'all, this AI stuff and how people can edit videos is out of this world. Okay. And I agree, user. Is it the Diva's Diva? I agree. I'm glad that they are taking this investigation seriously and that it hasn't been released. So this is currently an ongoing investigation. Okay. So this shows too that the police is actually doing their job. Okay. And they're trying to protect the integrity of the case. Okay. Because they have not released that information. That's good to know. Shout out to Michelle for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for today's live. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay, Monica. So he's saying that Dro in that particular video was from 3 years ago. Okay. 3 years ago. Yes, earlier, y'all, he was upset about something. I don't know what was going on, but he did come back live because when I was looking through my notifications on Facebook, I was like, oh, he's live. I didn't even know. I had missed this part, the first 30 minutes. Okay. And so I did not realize that he was live. Okay, so user said you can blend 2 videos via AI. Wow. She said, facts, I'm about sick of AI. They doing too much. Yes, okay. Right. The flip-flopping can get crazy. Hey, Lisa. So this, y'all, 3 years ago. Okay, let's continue.
Inside the arena. If you pay attention, you will know that Papa John don't got no highlighted flow area, how the lights is in that video. And for those who haven't seen that video, I will post that video for you. I'm going to post that video on my troll account. That's inaccurate. That's false. That's fake. It never existed. And people had these content creators stay posting shit without doing their homework. You know what I mean? So therefore make it hard for transparency. And that's the type of shit that got me mad, because this is not a game. This is not something you play by. You don't take people that have left this world and put them inside false animation and make it seem like this what happened. The problem I had with Natasha, Auntie Tasha, the simple fact is that she made a statement saying that she made a statement saying that she had seen this video footage. Sometimes Tasha overstate herself. She overspeak herself. At this time, I want to discredit that at no time did Auntie Tasha see anything about this video. At no time did Tasha witness that footage inside Papa John's? There's a video that's going around with Tasha stating that she seen that video of the people in Papa John's. Of Dro inside Papa John's, and he was fine. That statement is false. I don't know if she misinterpreted or she just overspoke herself. I don't know. But what I do know is that she never witnessed that video of Tyrone Davis Jr. inside Papa John's. The police never released any footage of Papa John's. Message to all content creators. Stop pushing information that is not true or you haven't did your homework and fact check. Because what you do is you make your followers believe something that's not true. And I promise you, just as fast as you get 200,000 followers, just as fast as you lose them once they realize that you're misleading them. Transparency is what keep you validated. Transparency.
Now, let me pause for a second. He said, Auntie Natasha, now, like I said, in the beginning of this, some of this I didn't even catch because when it first came out, I wasn't following it, right? But others have said, that she stated that she had seen that video. Now, this will be for her to explain. Did she know of a video and was just saying that she seen it? Because he's saying that had not been released yet from the police department, that video. Or did she see this fake video and said she saw it? Okay, so I don't know if she's going to clear that up and bring some clarification because she came onto the live later also because she came in I think like after I got right before I got on because I saw people speaking to her. Okay, so I'm not sure if she heard this or someone has told her or will she go back and listen to this part to bring some clarity to that. Like, why are you as a family member stating that you saw a video if the video has not been released? Or did you, she said, color me purple and call me Barney. No, girl. Or did you see the fake video and you thought it was real? Okay, got you, user. Okay. That's what I was wondering. So maybe she'll clarify.
Okay, follow me. I'm going to give y'all a timestamp of everything that took place as fights with Tyrone Davis. On 12/27, on December 27th, and whoever said I disappointed, keep going on, get your ass on about your business. Because sometimes you overspeak your ass and I just kick you out on purpose. On 12/27, December 27th, to answer a lot of people's questions, they did check into a hotel. They checked into a hotel on December 27th. The hotel room was Fairfield Inn and Suites in Gainesville, Florida. The hotel was Fairfield Inn and Suites in Gainesville, Florida. The hotel was in Lulu's name. But when Lulu tried to go pay for the hotel, she had Dro card. So she couldn't pay for the hotel. So ultimately, the hotel ended up being in Dro's name. That hotel 100% exists. That hotel is Fairfield Inn and Suites in Gainesville, Florida. It has been confirmed as a fight.
And you know what, y'all? That can happen. Like if you okay, one time I think I had reserved a room. Let's see, was it in my name? I think it was in my name, but I was trying to use my husband's his card. You know, it had his name on it. The hotel said that he would have to come in there, although the room was in my name. He would have to come in because it's his card. Now I want to know, where was her card? Okay, if you and why was the room in your name and not his anyways? Like, see, that brings up different types of questions too, uh, about the whole room situation. But best believe, okay, if this was at a hotel, child, they got video cameras everywhere. Okay, right. They have security footage at that hotel. Let's see here. Unfiltered said, I seen that video as well. If it was AI, then that's just what it was. But sounds like she's seen the same video. That doesn't make her wrong. That makes her assuming she's seen real videos like us. Yes, exactly. Okay. Joy said, I'm running out of gas. But Joy, you be having me tickled. Okay, but that can happen. But that opens up a whole other door. Like, girl, okay, you get in the room in your name. Y'all move from the cabin. Okay. We don't know what that argument was about or why, you know, you were coming to the coming from the cabin and so forth. But he stated that it was at the Fairfield Inns and Suites in Gainesville, Florida. That's where the room was. Auntie Tasha said it was video, but never said she saw anything. Okay, Purple Paradox. I'm gonna have to look back at that video. At this point, I want to hear about an arrest. This has been just a bunch of back and forth of opinions. Okay, Narc Free Baby. Yes, that's what we definitely want to hear about. But the thing of it is, some information is starting to come out, and based off of some of the questions a lot of people had, like it's a lot of hotels that were right there in the vicinity of that area where they found him. And so this, at least you can zero in on where the hotel was. That Papa John's video shows that that was wrong. Okay, so it's giving other clues to this. But also, y'all, just because we're hearing a lot of this right now does not mean that the police has not been on top of this and making some progress with the case. Okay, where they put out of the cabin, I don't know. I've been hearing that too. So I'm waiting to see, you know, the facts on that part. Like, why did they leave the cabin? Were they put out, or did she just want to leave and go to that hotel? Like, something's not adding up with that as well.
On 12/27, on 12/27, Renee had stated, y'all remember Renee had stated that she didn't know anything that dealt with, she didn't know anything that happened to Drew. She didn't find out till, you know, they say they found out down the line. They didn't find out right away. That's inaccurate. That is a lie. Renee is lying. Actually, Renee found out the same night. Renee found out the same day that Joe got injured. On 12/27, her daughter, which go by Precious Walker, I think it's Precious Walker on Facebook, her daughter posted on Instagram. She posted on Instagram that she had received a call from her mama about Drew. That post that she posted on Instagram, she ultimately removed that post off her page. But by the time she removed that post, it had already been screenshotted. I have that screenshot to post as well. That Renee is lying about when she found out what happened to her son. When she found out what happened to her son, Renee took her ass back to sleep. Not one time did Renee get up when she found out. This is a fight.
Y'all, did you hear that? So even, and I'm just gonna say allegedly, but he said he has receipts. She knew about it the night of it happening, but did not come there. But yet you're at the town hall meeting or whatever they call it, saying you want justice for your son. Like, make that make sense. Evelyn said, hearing this makes me wonder if he actually made it to the hotel. Why didn't he put the room in his name and use his own card to actually book the room? Right. That brings up a lot of questions. Like, now hearing this, it opens up for more questions. That's a good point. It's so ridiculous that this man tragically lost his life like that. He can't possibly rest in peace with all this clown stuff going on. Okay. Yes, Nikki, I'm with you. Hey, Ebony Rose, welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Y'all make sure you hit the like button. It is for free. Okay. Like, you did not come that day. Hey, it is what it is. Like, wow. So see, even that part is shining a light on some of the lies and discrepancies that we've been hearing throughout this. Okay. This is crazy. I feel so bad for him. These people are sick. Yes. Beyond Blessed said, he said the room was in Dro's name, but he never said Dro was there. It could very well have been Jason posing as Dro. Uh-oh. Remember, the police has not put out any footage to the public. Beyond Blessed, you better clock that. Okay. Let's wait and see what the camera's gonna pick up. Okay, because see, that's a very good point. If she has his card, did he actually go in there, and will we be able to see him on video walking in there using his card? Now, sometimes, well, I will say this though. When you do go in there and use your cards, most hotels are going to ask you for some ID. You see what I'm saying? So unless they took his ID too, and just because he a black man, you know, they try to say we all look alike. They like, well, here's the ID or driver's license, and here's the credit card. I'm gonna go ahead and swipe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something to think about. Yeah, with all opinions on it here. Do you think Lulu downplayed it with the mama to seem like it wasn't that serious? Well, Karen, see, my thing is this with that. I'm wondering now, because remember, the photo of his head was sent at a later time. So I don't know if it was that she could have possibly downplayed it, like, oh, wasn't that serious? But then once they got there and it didn't look like he was gonna make it, she's like, well, here's a picture of the head, sending that to the sister allegedly. And then, you know, the sister, we still don't know if that's true now. Okay. This opens up for more questions, but that's a good point too. Honestly, I believe she set it up. Multiple bystanders called 911. Right. Now you have to question the other sons. Yes, and he said that too. Polo, he said that. Hey, Tim. Hey, Jane. Right. Okay. They say she was in financial trouble. Who, Mrs. C. Porter? Greetings, T lady. That's why they put the grandkids at the end of the obituary. Oh, Lord.
This is a fight.
Wow.
Because her daughter posted on her page. I have the receipts from her daughter account. On December 28th, Renee, the sister, and J1 came to the hospital in Gainesville about around Let's say the afternoon time, they put it at about 2 p.m. They made it to Gainesville inside the sister baby daddy car. They rode to Gainesville in the sister baby daddy car.
Wait a minute. Not the sister baby daddy's car. Why we using so many different people's cars? Okay, was it so in case something happened and y'all got into trouble, you not in y'all's vehicles? Like, where's everybody's cars? Why are we using the baby daddy's car? So none of those people had access to a vehicle. That in itself was a red flag when he said that.
Not too long after arriving and finding out what's going on, they left Gainesville, Florida. You just been advised. You see your son in the hospital. You see everything going on with your son. Instead of you staying by your son's side, you left. Y'all hauled ass. Y'all left. Y'all hauled ass and left Joe inside the hospital. Left and went back down south. The Davis family didn't find out till after the fight. The Davis family didn't find out till after the fight. The Davis family was not notified. Tasha, Tyrone, the granny, the auntie, none of them was notified until after the fight. When they decided to leave, Tyrone, Dave, and them, the father, auntie, all them was coming up to come check on Joe. When they were coming up to come to the hospital to find out what's going on with Joe, Renee and them were leaving, going back home. Now I remind you, your son is in the hospital. Your last son. Lulu, the man that loved you, is in the hospital. The man that gave you the world. When the Davis family arrived there,
no, okay, so she said, who was this that said it? Oh, the factor, she said, I thought the Davis family made it there first. No, it was his mom, his sister, and his friend Jason. But y'all, I feel, in my opinion, that she wanted to hurry up and leave before they got there, because what if they started asking too many questions? Okay. She didn't want to cross paths with them. So they hurried up and skied up. They didn't even stay that long. They probably came, and someone said this in one of my chats not too long ago. They were trying to see if mission was accomplished, to make sure he wasn't able to tell what happened. And Lulu, in her post, put that they had found out he had lost brain activity. Okay? So if she's thinking, oh, well, he's not going to come back. But y'all, that's, to me, that's your child. In that critical state, I would have stayed there. Why did you come and then leave? Hurry up and leave. Like, he hadn't fully passed away at that time. God could have worked a miracle, and you not even here to see it. You had left. Okay. Yes, and it was supposed to have broken down. What, Mrs. C. Porter, what would have broken down? Oh, Jason had Dro's truck. Wow. And thank you, T Lady, for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for today's live. She said maybe we have been being lied to from the beginning. Okay. It's definitely some lies. Okay. Thank you, LaTanya. Definitely some lies that are coming out. No, it was notified and it happened on the 27th. Report at 6:59 p.m. Hey, nothing but the truth. Okay, yes. Okay, my sis been clocking it. Check out her channel too, y'all. She been clocking the lies. She doesn't care which side. Okay. she has videos where if there's any lies or indiscrepancies, she's clocking it. Okay. So she said Miss Rena made it there first. Okay. The hospital called the mom.
They realized that something went right.
No, but he's saying that Lulu had already called the mom. She knew about it when it happened. She just didn't come up there.
It wasn't making sense. That's why Tyrone, Big Dro, ended up having the medical doctor on his live, and the medical doctor had said that it's inconsistent with him jumping outside this car. His body, how it look, is inconsistent. It ain't adding up. Inside that hospital room, Tyrone, the auntie, and the granny was right beside Dro. At this time on the 29th, Dro was ultimately considered legally brain dead. When Lulu and them made a post stating that they were trying to get him transferred, that was not the first time. That was the second time when they came back up there. See, Dro was already considered legally brain dead. Once you consider legally brain dead, that means there's no movement. There's nothing going over in your head. So to be a transfer to take place, it would be impossible. Because he's legally considered brain dead. On 12/29, at 3:29 p.m., Dro were pronounced dead. They pronounced Dro dead at 3:29 p.m. on December 29th. Also on December 29th, that night, that's when Renee and everybody else came back up to Gainesville, Florida. May I remind you, y'all was there first. Y'all ain't notified the Davis family of nothing. Y'all ain't tell the Davis family about nothing. Y'all left them in the blind, and y'all knew and found out the same day it happened. But the ill intentions and ill feelings that Renee have towards the Davis family, for whatever reasons, she failed to notify the father, the auntie, the granny, or anybody on the Davis side of the family. So when Renee and them came back to the hospital, even though she was told that Dro was legally brain dead, that was around the same time they were trying to talk about transferring him, trying to get him transferred to another hospital. But the doctor said that can't happen. Once you consider legally brain dead, there's no such thing as a transfer. If Dro would have had any type of motion inside his brain, then they could have transferred him because it was still hope. But Dro was legally considered brain dead. There was absolutely no motion inside his brain. So at 3:29, Dro was considered dead. When Renee and them found out and realized that after soaking in that information, Renee had asked the doctor, can they keep him on a machine until the next day? Keep him on a machine till the next day. That will be 12/30th, which will be that Monday. Because I guess somebody wanted to come see him or however. So the doctor allowed her, granted her wish. But she couldn't even grant the David family a simple consideration of letting them know what happened with Dro. calling the father to let him know what happened. But she came in the hospital, icing, for them to grant her. So they kept Joe ultimately on the machine until Monday. This explains why Renee had the wrong date. And she had it as the 30th because she left her son's side in the hospital. She left him there in the hospital instead of sticking by his side. That's why she had the wrong date on the t-shirt, because she thought he had died on the day that she came back and seen him. But Dro was already pronounced dead already. Serenity Williams, I guess some type of way. Serenity Williams, I think that's Lulu's niece. Serenity Williams, if I'm not mistaken, I see you inside the comments. That's Lulu's niece. Lulu got a niece, I think, named Serenity.
Wow.
So don't pay her no mind. It's irrelevant. We ain't doing that tonight. We stand on business.
So my thing is, if his mom thought he was already dead and she left, like, I mean, who did she think was going to do like the last paperwork, getting his body transferred? Or did she know that the Davis family was going to be there at the end, but then she circled back? You see what I'm saying? Like, you came there with the sister, your daughter, and one of his friends, Jason. Okay? Came and left. The Davis family, they then come. Okay? What was her reason for leaving and then circling back, but that time without Jason? Who did you think? I mean, I'm so confused on that. I'm so confused. I hope she didn't think Lulu was was going to make all the final arrangements and things of that sort. Lulu was gone. Okay, so they have no answers at that point. They're only going by now what is Lulu going to tell us, because she's the last one that was with him right before this happened. And then based off of his aunt, when she talked to them, she gave 3 different stories, which caused them to wonder at that point if she's lying. Because how do you have 3 different accounts of what happened? And then they find out, oh, you called them. The mom and them been up here first? Like, what's up with that? Now, earlier, I was saying that I know that there was on Lulu's post, she was saying the cousin, Natalie, she was like, I know that y'all are blaming me for the fact that Dro doesn't come around like he used to. So I'm wondering, when you're in love with someone, you're close to them, you're hanging out with them a whole lot. Was he spending less time with his family? And she thought that, oh, well, they not close like that. I'm going to just go ahead and call the mama. Like, were you closer to the mom than the dad's side of the family? So you just went with that one? It just makes you wonder. Now she left to go steal some money, allegedly. Okay. Was there any problems, Renee, in the family before this happened? Well, yesterday when Auntie Natasha did the live, she said that they were once close. So I don't know what happened between, during this point. I said it once, I'll say it again. Don't be shocked as just because you give birth doesn't make you a mother. She was just a hot pocket, not the hot pocket that carried him facts. Yeah, now that's true. That's true. It's a lot of mothers out here that don't have a bond with their child. Just because you carry one, you would think, but some don't. Why would you leave your last son? Thank you. The last one. Okay. I'm standing on business till my son took his last breath. This whole thing divided the family. Is so confusing. Okay. Lulu threw that in as a distraction. All she was worried about was the money. Yes. I was like, that's weird.
For those who been questioning, asking about the hotel, I'm going to say this again. The hotel exists. There was a hotel. They checked into the hotel. The hotel they checked in was Fairfield Inn and Suites in Gainesville, Florida. I know Natasha in the comments. Natasha Davis, at this time, if you want to join the live, you can join the live. You got anything you want to say, you can join the live. Just send me a request. Let me go ahead and remove everybody off the log or whatsoever. And Serenity, let me speak to Serenity inside the comments. It's irrelevant for you to say anything because I know you're related to Lulu. I know you is. I have already verified, did my homework, find out who real names and who connected to who and who might be operating fake accounts. Shout out to Serenity, man. Keep doing what you're doing, but it ain't going to work tonight. Ain't no need to try to correct this. We putting time stamps on all this. For as the daughter, everybody will focus on the daughter that did fraud and the one that's under investigation for fraud. But the whole time it was her other daughter. Her other daughter is the one who posted on her IG account. But by the time she took it down, it was too late. It was already screenshotted. Bitch already had it. Somebody say, so it was booked before they went to the cabin. No. For the time stamp, the hotel was booked after the cabin. The cabin was booked first. The cabin was booked first. Let me find her so I can block her. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Let's get old Serenity up out of here. You becoming a little bed bug. It's time for you to go. Where's she at? There you go, Serenity. Yeah. Let me see, can I get Serenity up out of here, man? Hold on, Serenity. I gotta get you up out of here, baby. The spotlight. You know what I mean? One thing. One thing I want y'all to understand is right here. Everything that I had just stated is facts. Everything that I just told you is facts. And what I just shared with you, remove a lot of stuff and bullshit that's been going on. I'm sick of people with the false narratives. I have seen people take my content and not acknowledge where you got it from. Like y'all put in the work and y'all did the homework. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool. The reason why I'm moving a lot of people to the private group because that's where the receipts will be starting being posted at. You know what I mean? Post it over there because you got to weed out people who really become distractions. And like I said earlier, I felt some type of way. I felt some type of way because I believe in full transparency. And the second I feel like people not being completely honest with me about certain things, then I changed the whole ball game up. I changed the whole ball game up. People got to understand that when I came on this movement, it's because I felt what Tyrone was going through. I felt Tyrone. When I talked Tyrone on the phone, I know he hard. He really want answers. I know what come with this shit, right? I receive a lot of backlash. I got people saying, talking about Polo won't speak fights. Oh, I speak all the fights. I speak all the fights. I speak so much of fights that before I came on board, all of them was quiet. Lulu, Renee, Jason, any motherfucking body here, they all were quiet. Because they knew the profile was wrong. They knew that misinformation had people thrown off. Nobody really knew nothing. So the narrative people were pushing, it was no need for anybody to say nothing. It wasn't no need for nobody to say nothing. But when you came along and you start paying attention, and if you pay attention, then everything will reveal in front of your eyes. You got to think like what you're looking for. Do your homework. Research. Map your scene out. Network with the right people so you can get the right answers.
Right. POC, that's what we were trying to figure out.
I'm going to go over this one more time. One more time, so therefore y'all got it documented.
Get your
Just for the
notepad.
people that just joined, let me give you the timestamp one more time. On December 27th, Dro and Lulu checked in at the Fairfield Inn and Suites in Gainesville, Florida. Everybody wonder where is a hotel? It was a hotel. That's a fact. Lulu had it booked in her name, but she went in to pay for it with Joe card. Them crackers weren't going for that shit though. They weren't going for that shit though. So ultimately, Joe had to put it in his name. You can fact check that, but I'm pretty sure his family members inside the chat, and they'll stamp it too. On December 27th, that's when Renee's daughter, Precious Walker, that's her name, Precious Walker on Facebook. She had posted on her IG account that her mama had received information of what happened to Dro. So when Renee said that she didn't know, or they ain't find out, and all that other shit, all that was lies. Nothing but lies. So when people be hollering about, oh, spare Renee, I don't spare Renee. Because Renee left her son on his deathbed. Renee took Lulu's word over her son. Renee let Lulu tell her that he had bumped his head at the stove. Then turn around and tell her he had jumped out the car.
And remember yesterday, if y'all didn't see it, I shared his aunt's live, a part of it, where she said that Renee basically was telling them that she didn't want an investigation. I'm going to say allegedly. She didn't want the police to do an investigation because Lulu was a model girlfriend and she pretty much believed what she was telling her. What? So you believed that your son just jumped out of this vehicle like that? You should want, now that's in reverse. If you didn't want that then for them to do an investigation, then why last week were you saying, I want justice for Dro? It's confusing. Like, pick a side. Pick which way you want to go with this, because we're getting confused. Okay? Because that would have, my first thought before I even knew any of this was, so are you trying to say he was trying to unalive himself? I mean, why else is he trying to just jump out of a vehicle? Okay? They know that that's not going to fly. They knew that his dad's side of the family, they were going to have questions. That's why she tried to cover it up with multiple other lies, in my opinion. Thank you so much, Coco. Yeah, file for that. Lulu can't be innocent and guilty at the same time. They need to pick a right. Look, Lady Nell, you saying the same thing that I'm saying. Okay, pick a stance, a side, and stick with it. Okay, we sick of it. They're going back and forth. I see Tasha in the chat and changed his mind. Rachel, because I'm gonna be honest. Earlier today, when he was upset, I don't know what upset him. I was like, is this a tactic? Because when he did throw out some info, Lulu started, writing her 6-page letter. Then we found out that there was another person there. Okay, who was this other friend that was there? I hadn't heard about a friend being at the hospital. Then all of a sudden we hear about Jason. Like, what? Who is Jason? Okay. people did start kind of speaking up. So I thought today earlier when he was, upset or whatever, I say maybe he's trying to smoke someone out. Because that's a tactic. Okay, you get on here trying to say I'm not gonna do this no more. People lying. Everybody wondering, is it me? Is it me? Who is he talking about? The real people that's involved. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been a tactic too. So I didn't take it like, full throttle yet. And so when I went back this evening, I saw he was live. And I said, well, what is this live about? Oh, so he is going to drop some receipts after all. Okay. Shout out to Polo. Right. What's a model girlfriend? I want to know that too. Like, she's supposed to be this perfect little girlfriend. How well did you know this girl? Yeah. Like, she was just supposed to take her word. Oh, let's just believe her. She's good. He loves her. She's a good girl. Okay. But this good girl left your son on the side of the road. And you don't know what happened to him. No, y'all gonna find out what happened. Because the story she's giving is not making sense. Okay? Right, she's supposed to be an angel. Shout out to Sweet Berry Mia for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for tonight's live. I was thinking he was talking about Natasha, but not sure. That's what a lot of people were saying. But I didn't think it was her because I'm like, she never talked about him. And the way he was making it seem like was whoever it was telling people not to listen to him. I've never seen her speak on him. So I didn't think that it was her. Yeah, very confusing.
I don't spare Renee. Because Renee knew what happened, knew about Joe's situation the same night that it happened. And one thing about fights is, man, when you start speaking fights, these little profiles, these little fake little pages, they creep right up in these motherfuckers and they start talking. Because you know why? You on the right path. You on the right track. And eventually, they just... On December 28th, Renee, the sister, and J1 came up to the hospital that afternoon. They probably made it there about around, give or take, 2 o'clock. They came up there to Gainesville inside the sister baby daddy car.
Not the sister baby daddy car. That takes me out every time.
As fast as they arrived there, as fast as they left. They ain't even stayed at the hotel long that long. They ain't stayed at the hospital that long. They had just... On 12/29, I'm going to make sure I correct myself. When Renee and them were leaving, the David family was on their way up to come check on their son. Come check on his son, the auntie, and the granny. They was on their way to come say, had just found out. They found out after the fight. They ain't know nothing about what happened, what took place. They found out after the fight. When they was coming up, Renee and them were going down. On 12/29, December 29th, as Renee and them were down south, doing whatever they were doing, the father, the auntie, the granny, stayed by side, drove side, and at 3:29 p.m., they pronounced Dro dead. That same night, after Dro was pronounced dead, Renee and them came back up there to the hospital, this time without J1. Without J1. J1 was there the first time. J1 was not there the second time. Tell Auntie Tasha just sent her request, I add her. And at 3:29, Dro was pronounced dead. When Renee and them came back up there, that late night at 12:29, after they found out what happened with Dro, at that time they had iced the doctors. Can't leave Dro on the machines. Leave him on the machine, the ventilator, whatever, life support, whatever they call that thing. Until the next day, they granted her that wish. And they'll let him stay on there. Let me state something. Everything that I'm stating is facts. The father is inside the chat. Tasha inside the chat. A couple people inside the chat. But everything I'm stating about who was there when Tyrone was pronounced dead is a fight. It's a fight. Tyrone was there. The granny was there. The auntie was there. They was there. So I seen somebody who stated in there that the daddy and the mama was there beside the side. That's not true. So I don't know who told you that. But they lied to you. Hey, Auntie Tasha at this time.
No, POC, yes, okay. What I was referring to is it's an open investigation with the Gainesville police, but she was saying that, because people were like, y'all need to get your own independent investigation. And she said that it does take money to do that. So that part, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, she was saying it takes money, and I don't think they have, that right now, to get their own independent investigation. But the Gainesville Police Department are doing an investigation. And he just stated earlier that Papa John's video, they have video footage, but they have not released that to the public. Just like the autopsy report, they most likely have those results. However, if it's an ongoing investigation, those things are not going to be released to the public yet. So it's still a lot that we don't know. These are more puzzle pieces as I look at it. Y'all know how, like, at the police station when they have the big wall and they are labeling things, this gives more context and more details. We still don't have the full picture because we don't have the autopsy results yet. We haven't seen any video footage yet. Okay, so it's still some unanswered questions. However, this is giving us some answers. And shout out to Danielle all the way from New Orleans. Thank you so much, and welcome everyone that's coming in. Okay, Sweet Berry said it's a lot of line going on. Okay, fuck that. Let's see, Lulu is here in my chat. I have seen that name many times on other CC videos. Keep doing what you are doing. We are all here as strangers with a heart fighting for justice for Tyrone. Yes. I don't understand why the girlfriend left for 24 hours as well. What was important that you left the man you love? Okay, and saying how much she misses him on her 6-page letters and her IG. Like, come on. Okay, come on now. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what was going on with Renee. It's a lot of controlling spirits on both sides. She knew it was going to be conflict behind his belongings. Okay. And y'all know when someone has some money, and especially sometimes they don't even have to have a lot of money. Families just fight over money, material things when a loved one passes away. They do. Who can be the first one to go through the clothes? Who can be the first one to get the cards? Who's going to get the cards? Who's going to get the money out of the account? Okay. Now, the aunt was supposed to be on the account as well. So why is Lulu so quick to hurt and take out the money? That's suspect too. Okay. And the police, I'm pretty sure, looking into a lot of this stuff, y'all. Yeah, if she's in here, please tell us. I've left a whole list of questions. Okay, if you want to come up, girl, I have a laundry list. I don't even want to hear about all the fluff. I have real questions that I would love to answer. I'm not going to be harsh or cuss you out or anything like that. I will give you the utmost respect. However, we have some questions. Okay, you were the last one with him. If she's in here, I don't know if she is. But girl, we need to know. And definitely the family more than us. Okay. more so them. Like, tell the truth, please. You could do. The
Auntie Tasha, I just sent you a request to join the live. I just sent her a request. She did. Auntie Tasha did send me a request. I accepted it. It say add. She got to hit the button
ask
to
going
add.
through because I think during this part he was just trying to see if he could get her added.
You know, I got
Okay, this is the part.
We're trying to speak on the behalf of his son.
This father. And they couldn't get her on there, but she was talking on the phone, but it was a little staticky. But I'll let y'all listen to a little of that.
That everything in us was heartbroken to the core, especially how I felt like we're going to give the people an explanation. They deserve to know what's wrong with T2. He lived on his life as an open book. Why cover it up? Then we don't know what went on or what took place. I'm going to expose them and the different lives Lulu gave, Renee gave, and how it came to the Davis family. We was robbed from the get-go, and it was a big deal because he morning motivation withdrew. It was a big deal. He a truck driver stopping at all truck stops all around the world. So when I got on there and I was furious, I gave the lies, not thinking it's finna go all over the world. I know they know him in Broward County. I know they know him at truck stops. So I released that was given to us. If it was an exact fact, we just got delayed information on my nephew being brain dead at the hospital. When it came back to Fort Lauderdale, I hopped on social media to say we furious and we hurt, broken. Y'all help us out to say what happened to Dro. That's the main question I asked. I thank you, Polo. Even when they try to switch the word when it came to me, I wasn't there. I ain't having Renee and the world. How y'all mad at me? Man, be the one mad at the next person who see him. That's Lulu. If you ain't screaming Lulu, it's the domino effect of what nigga, what daddy, what brother, what. You might as well hang it up and stop following any of our pages. Because we still on justice for Dro. That's the number one thing that's going on. And
oh Lord, it's out of her shit. The phone.
Okay, okay. Y'all heard Auntie Tasha, heard what she had to say or whatsoever. This is Beat Tyrone. Big Tyrone, this is Joe father. This why we screaming justice for Joe, man, because this man right here want answers to what happened to his son. You know what I mean? And they feel like the David family feel like they was robbed of a lot of things. And time after time again, we consistently see that Renee failed to cooperate or work with the Davis side of the family when it come to anything resort to what happened to Dro in Gainesville, Florida. You seen what happened at City Hall. You seen what happened on multiple cases at the funeral. You seen when the father was trying to speak on the behalf of his son. Here come Renee, cutting the father off.
And I want to ask something. I ain't really come on here to say much because, you know, you handle your business, you know, and the world already see what's going on. First of all, I want to thank y'all for even, you know, just supporting, you know, everything we got going on. It's a big deal to us, you feel me? Sometimes, you know, when you're expressing, you know what I'm saying, and trying to get answers, you know, and you should receiving information, putting it out as you receive it. Sometimes, you know, things don't come out right. Or sometimes, you know, you get things that might not be just accurate. But everything, you know, that this man has said so far, you know what I'm saying, have been certified and stamped. You feel me? You know, I ain't gonna never, you ain't heard me say nothing bad about my baby mama cause, you know, I didn't disrespect her when my son was here. I ain't gonna get on here and disrespect her now. What the platforms do, I ain't responsible for that. You know, and that's just keeping it real. You feel me? Do I approve of how I've been handled? No, I don't. The bitch that touched me. You know, none of my kids was on there. I got 7 kids, you feel me? With Dro included. None of my children, pictures, none of that was on the obituary. 2 of my stepchildren was removed off of the obituary.
Wow.
You know, excuse me for a minute, I'm lying, excuse me. But you know, I still sucked it out. I even, you know, went as far as still, you know, extending my hand out, you know, to the Jennings family to help. I asked them to help, you know, walk us together, you know, but as y'all can see, you know, I don't get into the politics, you know, do the homework for yourself. But just keeping it real, you know, from this point on, my main objective is, you know, to find answers. You know, I ain't going left, I ain't going right. All I know is straight at you. You know,
Okay,
and
I don't mean to cut you off,
yes,
Tyrone, but after this live, you know what I
yes, sir.
mean? You know, I have receipts of the pizza,
Yes,
the chicken wings,
yes,
the
sir.
hotel, everything. I said the
Yes,
text message that was posted by Renee's
yes,
daughter or whatsoever. We have
yes,
already advised you this. You have seen this visually or
yes,
whatsoever.
sir.
And everything
Yes,
I
sir.
have stated on this live today is fight.
Yes, sir.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, sir. Everything is certified. You know, like it won't be no case. You know, if me and my family would have went down there, you know, 6 cars deep. You know what I'm saying, and knocked on doors. You know, like I said, I didn't get notified till 2 days later. You feel me? Not from Lulu, not from there. I got notified through my sisters. Someone contacted my mom, and they know how I move. They came and got me, and we got there. When we got there, you know, nothing added up. Nothing added up. So, you know, we took it upon ourselves. We slept at the hospital. Um, we went in separate directions to the bridge, to the cabin, you know, Papa John's, everything. Even on the bridge, you know. I actually, myself personally, you know what I'm saying,
Please hit the like button. Thank
know
you
a
so much.
lot of stuff that can't be revealed due to, you know, the investigation, you know. So, you know, Tasha, she the voice, you know. I got a whole team that's sending emails, knocking on doors. And I want to thank y'all, the world, for everybody who've been, you know, handling that challenge for me for us, printing the cards. They're beautiful. I appreciate that. It's been a success. Y'all keep it up. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate it. I've been receiving cards from all around the world just for Dro cards. I've been hearing that, you know, the emails have been landing at City Hall, Chief of Police, um, the mayor's office. And I just want to personally thank y'all that, you know, like I said, this ain't about me. This ain't about Renee. This ain't about Tasha. This is about my son being murdered, you know, and my grandkids, you know. And all I know when I come at somebody, you know what I'm saying, is come straight at you. No, I ain't looking left, I ain't looking right. All I know is one way, and that's straight at you. And, you know, I have this little saying I say, draw way or no way. You know, and I'm going to complete my mission with or without whoever, you know, because at the end of the day, I ain't getting into the politics. You feel me? You know, whoever, you know, controlling their platforms, you know, if they pushing positivity and facts, I support that. And once again, for all the people that be on this live, I'm going to take this opportunity to say, okay, Bill, this is another challenge. I know it's some celebrities out here watching this case. I know it's some football players out here watching this case. I know it's some Tyler Perry cousins or Tyler Perry's watching this case. I also know, you know, that there's activists watching this case, lawyers watching this case.
Right.
I also know, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of people that's sitting in the background, you know what I'm saying, supporting this. You know, this a lot fortunate than me and my family. I challenge y'all, it's Black History Month. We are our brother's keeper. Y'all stand in the pain to reach out to Polo or me or whoever, you know what I'm saying, and be a voice for us. You know, we're pushing and doing and turning over every rock we can. You know, I just had some at the park. You know, it was a Super Bowl release reflection party of my son, over 3,000 people there. You know, when y'all see me on the live when Polo called me up, I went out there celebrating. Yes, I did have me a cup, but I worked the whole day. I worked the whole day. I passed out over 4,000 flyers. With the help, I want to give a special shout out to my sister Toya. You know what I'm saying? I think it's Toya Tisdale. She stand on business. You know, she was out there. I pulled up. She didn't even know that was me in the car. When I dropped the window, I didn't even know she had her work with her in her hand. She was already out there marching and stepping. So me, you know, this is not a celebration. Don't get it twisted because you see me, you know, going from car to car, you know, and walking through the car. I was doing missionary work. I was an usher at the park. I put in that work for my son to get justice. You feel me? Why, you know, it was open to the public. We put that and it was a success. I ended up meeting a gentleman that was Ben Crump's father. You know, I mean, partner. I'm not going to get into details with that. But it was a success. And if it weren't for a special thanks to my sister, Toya, you know, who had her cars out there on deck. As soon as she seen me, she was already working. I grabbed me something. And from the time I was there to the time I left, I was working. I went from every person out there, every car out there. I don't care if it was 10 people in the car, I passed them 10 flyers. You know, so at the end of the day, I ain't getting into the politics part of who doing what. I ain't here to bash nobody. I'm going to keep repeating it. All I want is answers and prayers. And I would like to thank everybody once again, you feel me, to helping us, you know what I'm saying? Even with the critics, you feel me? You know, we welcome everybody, you feel me? You know, in these trials of tribulation, you're going to be tested. But when you're standing on grown man business, you feel me, a grown woman business, you have to put on your big drawers. You know what I'm saying? Because the thong's going to fall off. You know, so just to make a long story short, you know, I appreciate y'all, and I want to thank y'all, and y'all keep on sending me them cars, them business cards, you know. Like I said, I challenge y'all, you know, to design them how you want. You can use your choice. You can put your picture, you can use Sasha number as, you know, a contact. And once again, all you celebrities out here in this case, y'all stand, bro. Y'all stand up, you know. I don't need y'all behind the scene rooting, you know, from afar, you know, because y'all have the power, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all, for those of you who just came in, welcome everyone that's just coming in. Y'all, you can double tap the screen or you can go out, come back in, hit that like button. It is for free. But earlier, for those of you who just came in, he said that the Papa John's video that was circulating is not real. Okay, it wasn't at that Papa John's. He said that the dro that we see on there was when this was from 3 years ago when he was at a game and he was at a concession stand, and somehow someone put that footage, they went on his page, put that footage and made it look like he was at a Papa John's, okay, with editing and all of the AI stuff that you can do nowadays. So that was not real, okay, for those of you who came in a little late on that.
To put the pressure down that we need to get the people who are responsible for handling this business to do their job. I'm not asking for no handouts. I ain't asking for nothing. You feel me? You know, I see a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, asking to help for a PR, this and that. In due time, we may accept that challenge. You feel me? But right now, we're doing as a family, you know what I'm saying, what we can do, and moving our prayer. You feel me? And the spirit, you know, and sometimes, you know, like they say, God ain't gonna put no more than you can handle. Right now, I feel like this the most I ever handle, you know? Because at the end of the day, he ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. But like I always tell everybody who I meet in the public, you know, who send me their condolences, this ain't only about me. This ain't about me at all. This is about my grandkids. Do you know what it is to be a father and can't get a grandchildren the answers that they need about what happened to their father? That's that hurt, you know. You may see me, you know what I'm saying, you know, up here speaking and out, you know, in the field working, trying to do what I can do, you know, to get this business done. But I'm torn inside, you know. I'm broken, you know, but, you know, I know if the shoe was on the other foot, my son would do it for me. You feel me? He wouldn't stop. You know, he'll go that extra mile. So either you're with us or you're against us. Dro way or no way. I'm going to turn this platform back over to Polo, but I would like to thank everybody from around the world. I see you and inform me on everything, and then I do personally myself come in and peep. You feel me? You know? And even to the haters, you know, he platform chaos. We rebuke all evil spirits in the name of Jesus. You feel me? And I don't care what walk of life you in. You know what I'm saying? When you covered in something, you can drink your little liquor. You can do what you want to do. But he's judging you by your heart. You feel me? And long as you repent, this here is not going to be swept under the rug. And that's family. And the rest of the world, because I'm giving y'all, you know, my, you know what I'm saying, stamp to say, this ain't only my child. This all y'all. Everybody in here. This the world's son. And if y'all following this movement, follow Polo, you know. Give him his flowers. I'm gonna give them to you again.
Okay, thank you for your patience. So, y'all, that was pretty much the gist of what happened. That was me, y'all. I had to refresh. Can y'all hear me now? Let me see if y'all can hear me. Put a one in the chat to make sure y'all can hear me. Let me just make sure. Waiting on a one. Waiting on a one. Hey, Queen of Truth podcast is in the building. Okay, thank you, Patricia. All right, there I am. Okay, I didn't even think y'all could hear me say, "Hold on one second." Y'all must didn't even hear that part because I went out. But y'all, that was the gist of the whole live. Shout out to Polo for giving us that information earlier. It did, like I said earlier, it gave us more puzzle pieces and some answers. There's still so many unanswered questions, but we are making some leeway. Thank y'all so much. Joy, you may have to go out and come back in. So this is giving us a little leeway into this case. And so shout out to him for that info. Let's see. Jacqueline said, wow, is that for real? They maneuvered, manipulated in old video, the Papa John's. Yes. Yes. Of that video. Right, Jacqueline. Mm-hmm. It is real. Okay. So Joy, you can hear now? Okay. But y'all, this is going to get quite interesting. So we'll see if his aunt is going to come back out and give us some more information about some things. He even shared about, what she saw because she said she had seen a video, but now he's saying no one has seen it because the police haven't put it out. Okay, so that's just something to think about as well. Okay, we're going to see where this goes, but shout out to Polo. Y'all make sure you check him out on Facebook. And I also want to give a shout out to the sponsors for tonight's live. Joy, Michelle, T Lady, Tim, Sweet Berry, Speck, Daily Sips with Jazzy J, and Art 4N Rosetta. Okay, and thank you. And shout out to Gigi. She said she was from Gigi. Y'all, Gigi had me tickled earlier. I was trying not to laugh, but oh my God, the way she was putting everything earlier in that live, this was probably the midday live when we were trying to be nosy and figure out who he was talking about. Because he came on a little bothered earlier, like he was about to shut it down, like he wasn't going to talk about the Justice for Dro anymore. But this evening, he did come back out and share these receipts. Okay. Yes, Cakes Blessed. It was fake, that video. It was him, but at a different location. This was 3 years ago. Queen of Truth podcast said if the case is being investigated, I doubt they show it now. I'm gonna catch the replay. Oh, thank you so much, and thank you for hyping the video, sis. I appreciate it. Yes, y'all. If you see make sure you hype this live. No, I don't think they're beefing. And Diane, I didn't take it like he was talking about her earlier. I mean, I could be wrong, but I had never heard her speak on him before. You see what I'm saying? He was saying that the person he was showing loyalty to that person. They weren't being loyal to him and was telling people not to listen to him and all of that. So I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't going to try to figure it out, but it was, we were all being nosy trying to, how we do. Gigi had me laugh. I was like, oh, and shout out to the mod, Shelly Shells. Thank you. I think Latae was in here earlier. Thank you much. And shout out to all the members who are lit up in green. I appreciate the support. She said, yes, I was in tears. He didn't want that cut water at all. Right. I got to see how can I give him, a blessing towards his cut waters. Because I'll never see like a Cashapp posted or anything like that. But shout out to him for doing that footwork. And welcome K Queen to the Open Book members. You were already family, but now you are a member. Thank you so, so much. Polo was fired up. Okay. Right. And it was funny because I had just seen like a part of that live earlier this morning. And I was like, what happened? Like, what transpired between last night and midday? I was like, wait a minute. Now that he's trying to shut down, he doesn't even want to talk about it. And so tonight he said he didn't even have the cup water. He had some kind of off break. He was like, I don't even know what kind this is. So y'all, we're going to donate towards the cup waters. Keep the receipts coming. Now he said, look, he gave tonight as a freebie. He wants people to subscribe to get more of the receipts. That is $9.99 a month investment, okay? So if y'all want to keep getting these receipts, hey, you're going to have to pay, okay, Julie? Okay. Maybe T1 gave Polo a proper understanding. No, I don't know. I would just be guessing. Right, because I want to know who Polo was at first. Right, I was trying to read between the lines and everything. I said, I know, because I hadn't heard anybody talking about him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not everywhere. And I don't know who all he is connected to. You see what I'm saying? The people I listen to, I hadn't heard anyone talking about him or saying not to listen to him. So maybe I could have missed something. I didn't hear the aunt mentioning him before, like in a negative way. So I didn't take it like he was talking about the aunt. Thank you so much, Evelyn. Open Book family. Yes, he said he didn't have the cup water. They had ran. They had ran out, child. He said, I don't even know what I'm drinking tonight. He looking at the can. Yeah, he didn't have that sweat and that he was very professional with it tonight. But when he has that cut water, something you can see little sweat beads, and he just be going like preaching, Rachel, you're not going to invest that $9.99, okay? 1081, okay. Oh, Joyce said, I absolutely need to try that cup water. I absolutely want it. Wait, you want to drink the cup water until the autopsy comes out. Y'all, the later it gets, the goofier I get. I'm just warning y'all that's new to this channel. We will cut up on here because when I get sleepy, I cut up and just start laughing. Okay, so for the people who are always saying, why are you laughing so much in your lives? You might want to go ahead and get off because we might be cutting up. Okay. Oh my God. Baby, that cup water, I said it gives you supernatural strength because I just don't see, even tonight, his live was over 2 hours. Okay. He will hold that phone up in place. Now tonight he walked around a little. Okay. One time I think he kind of walked through there, but he holds that. I don't know how he does it for 2 hours. I mean, he will hold that up, have the light, the ring light, and everything. Okay. Not that it's liquid crack. Liquid crack. Lord have mercy. Right. It's something about that beer or, that cup water, child, that'll have those sweat beads. Okay. You be up there preaching, got a whole nother level of energy. Okay. T said that's her daughter. Hey, Trees. Yeah, we got to get him some cup water. I am, like, seriously. Like, this info, like, this clarifies some things. And like I said, I know we got the crew but man, we still need to know. I'm with y'all. I know we do. We still need to know XYZ. But let's be thankful for some of the stuff that's coming out. Okay. You got a few now. Okay. Joy said, OB, he was definitely talking about the aunt, but once he seen them in the chat, he switched it up. No, I really don't think he was talking about her. I don't know. Now, the only thing I heard him say about her on that live was when he said the aunt said that she had seen a video. Now, maybe, hey, maybe he was talking about that part because he did call it out on this live, but he didn't do it in a nasty way. He said maybe she mistook. Now, that could have been the lies part. He trying to, you trying to sugarcoat it. Maybe he was saying that they were lying. She was lying, saying you saw a video, but the video has not been released, or that particular video is not real. Now, maybe he felt some type of way when he got that information, but then after calming down, he was like, "Well, okay, look, maybe she misspoke, okay," and he just went ahead and talked about what he found out. So that could have been, that could have been the case. Maybe he thought it was intentional. Right. He even said Lulu wasn't. Now, see, I didn't hear that, but I saw some people in the chat saying that he said Lulu wasn't lying. What? I would have been like, what? I wasn't in the chat when he said that. And we were being misled. He felt appreciated. Wow. I actually liked him off the cut water. He be yelling too much sometimes. See, lady said something nice. He be yelling too much. I thought they were saying, not cup water. No, cutting water. C-U-T. That cut is cutting you. Okay? Baby, you be telling everybody business. Okay? Your business, your family's business. Okay, Diane said he was. Cakes Bless said she didn't think so. Yes, justice for Dro. He was talking about her because she told people not to pay him. Really? I did not see that. When did she say that? And she was all up in that man's chat. Oh my God. I missed that part, y'all. Like I told y'all, I can't catch everything, and some stuff I'm just not in. So maybe I missed something. But the times that I had been watching, I had never seen her talk about him in a negative way or anything like that. Really, period. I had never seen her mention him. Wow. Well, all righty then. No, we'll say allegedly. Yeah, it's so many, Sweet Berry. I said it's so many layers. This thing has layers. It's like a roller coaster. And once you think that you have something figured out, it's another twist. Okay, it's another turn. So y'all just brace yourselves. Like Joy said earlier, just brace yourselves. Okay, for whatever may come out with this, because it is a lot of twists and turns. The main thing is we do want things to be exposed, and whatever comes with the truth. Okay, we just want the truth to come out. We just want the family to be able to find out what happened to him. And look, we're invested now. Okay, because we want to know too. That we know that man did not jump out of a vehicle. Now, what we don't know is what all transpired. Leading up to that moment, what happened? Okay, what car? Where did Lulu go? Why did she go there? Then you circle back. Why did you wait to call his father's side of the family? It's so many questions. Okay, where did the mom go? And did they stay at the same hotel? Why was the hotel room in Lulu's name? She's trying to use his card, but it's in her name. Where did the mom and Jason and all of them stay? And why are they using the sister's baby daddy's car? What is up with that? Nobody had a car. Child, this is a lot. It's a lot. I have been trying to communicate that to the people. You all are what I wish to see more of from our people. Family true, grit right for yours until the wheels fall off. Right, Stephanie? I agree. All right, y'all. Well, y'all know I will stay on here all night. I know it's a weeknight, so I'm not going to be labeled the time. My sis, she always talking about me, I say, well, all right, y'all, I'll talk to y'all later. And I say that about 4 times. Like you're trying to hang up with someone. Rachel, you messy. She said he did a whole 360. Yes. Okay. Somebody must have forgot. He said Lulu wasn't lying. I'm done. I am done. All right, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Thank y'all all so very much for joining tonight and have a great night. We will pick up this conversation on another live. Bye-bye. Is justice for Dro? Put those blue hearts in the comment section.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.